Hey everybody, this is Derek for the Grumpy Guy Show, talking about episode number 98. Here's a quarter. Recorded on Tuesday, June 13th, 2023. Tonight's topics: reporters ask stupid questions, Elon will give you a quarter, my house is on fire, and many more tangents. Stick around, it's a fun episode. Good evening everybody, welcome to the Grumpy Guy Show. I'm Derek McAllister.
And I'm Ryan McAllister.
So we've only got a few topics this week, but we'll see what happens. You know how Ryan is. He just goes off and doesn't shut up. And he actually added one this week, folks. Whoa! But we're going to start out with regards to YouTube. I think at the last I looked, last week's episode only had one play, so I definitely think that instead of posting them as seasons, I just have to post it all as one and figure out something else. I don't know what the hell's going on. Either that or, our 7 subscribers just really don't give a crap. Anything's possible. But,
yep.
But, at any rate.
What?
Yeah, so let's move into the first topic that we have. So,
what do we have?
Last week, shortly after the show, I was out watching the news, and I got something, and I could not believe it. So this, let me read my notes and completely refresh my mind here. But it was a reporter talking to somebody about, it was either a spouse or a very close friend that was killed, and it's something that every reporter does, and I just don't get it. So the reporter said, "Are you going to miss something about that person?" And I'm like, what kind of
shit? No shit, they're going to miss something about that person. They're going to miss a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand it, It's like, why do you have to ask stupid questions?
I asked that about someone you lost.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like it's been...
Assholes.
Yeah, it's not like it was, years or something like that. No, this is within a couple of days of the person's death. So I'm like, what the hell?
It's a dick move.
Yeah, pretty much. You really can't, you can't say much more about it than that. I mean... and how did they really truly expect them to react? No, he was an ass. I mean, I expect people to say that about me, but, most people are like, well, yeah, I'm going to miss this about him, or I'm going to miss this, or I'm just going to miss being able to talk to him. Well, okay, great. But
if I ever get asked that, I'm going to say, no shit, I'm going to miss him. Don't ask me obvious questions that you already know the answer to. Moron.
Yeah, and that's really what gets me is, they're just they're so dense, it's not even funny, It's like, you're supposed to be a reporter. You're on national news because you're supposedly some really good reporter. And here you are asking really stupid questions. I don't know. I don't get it. I truly don't get it. I just don't understand how these people get paid so much money for what they're doing. I mean, if all you had to do was ask stupid questions, hey, I'll take a big paycheck. I'm here.
So will I.
As long as you're not sending me over to, do something stupid like report on a war, I'm here. Mm-hmm. Give me a call. Probably work for less than what they are. I don't know. It kills me. They're just so dense. But anyway. So what do you say? That was really fast. What do you say we move on to the next topic?
Yep. Is this one mine?
This one is yours. Yes, it is.
Ah, yes. So, guess what Elon Musk did this time?
Uh-oh. What do you do now? What do you buy?
He didn't buy anything, but he just announced that Twitter will be paying verified accounts to put ads underneath their tweets. And they are basically they are paying 25 cents a month for these ads.
Wow. So,
and remember how much the verified accounts are paying?
Yeah, it's something like $8 a month.
$8 a month.
So
you're paying $8 a month to get 1 quarter.
Wow. So I got $7.75 a month now as my monthly rate. Yay. Until Elon figures out that this is a really dumb move that's going to lose money. Because, Twitter is still losing money.
I don't think he's that smart.
Yeah. The only reason Twitter isn't losing money is because they refuse to pay their rent for any place. They apparently they use Google's cloud services as their back end for it, and they haven't paid Google.
Wow.
And Google's requested it, and they've refused. And I'm like, at what point are these companies going to finally say, you know what, enough's enough? I've sucked up enough of your cost. Not only am I going to cut you off, but I'm going to sue you for what you owe me. But hey, it's all right. Elon's going to save Twitter, even though it didn't really need to be saved.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it didn't need to be saved. I mean, it was functioning,
Yep.
It wasn't
functioning.
It wasn't worth the $54 billion that he paid for it. But, at the same time, he didn't really pay for it. He borrowed all the money. Why? Mm-hmm. Well, because he really isn't truly rich. He's just rich on paper.
Net worth.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of Bill Gates' wealth was tied up in stocks and whatnot, so it was paper. However, he cashed it in, like 25 years after he retired and gave away billions of dollars. That's when Elon and Bezos finally surpassed him as the wealthiest man in the world.
Mm-hmm.
That should say something. 25 years.
Wow.
I can guarantee, I mean, it might be more than 25 years. I don't know. I just know that he retired a long time ago. Pretty sure it was well before you were born. He retired. And he's still...
Oh, I thought it was like a year before I was born.
Maybe, I don't know. But he's still in the top 10 wealthiest people in the world. And he's given away so much money. It's not even funny. I mean, he also owns the most farmland in the country. I don't know what he's doing with it, but I mean, seriously, and then Elon is like, oh yeah,
probably hiring people to farm with it.
Oh yeah, but I
so
honestly
he can throw more of his money away.
Honestly, I think what he's doing with it is he's using it as research to try and find better ways of farming. Especially for areas where they go through a lot of drought and whatnot. Like Africa. I think that's what he's doing. It's all part of his philanthropy. I mean, he doesn't care if it loses money. When you're worth as much as he is, what do you care? But Elon, he opened his mouth and got caught. And
being stupid.
Yeah. And now he's canceling accounts. I believe you said your account was canceled for some reason. It
was suspended.
Yeah.
Supposedly for spamming, even though I did no such thing.
I don't know. I haven't gotten any emails from there in a while. I wonder if they finally closed my account.
My account did get reinstated.
Yeah.
But I do have an alternate account just in case.
I mean, I find it hilarious. They gave away these blue check marks to say that you're verified. And then his brilliant idea, well, I'm going to take them away unless you're going to pay $8 a month. The only people who are going to pay $8 a month are people who don't even know they're paying $8 a month. You know, all these celebrities that use it to announce their records and, you know, their record releases and everything, they're the ones that are going to pay $8 a month. And the reason they're doing it is because their publicists are running the accounts. They don't know it. More than likely, they don't even know they have an account. Mm-hmm. You know? So they don't care if they're paying $8 a month. What's it to them? But
$8 is barely anything.
Yeah, you know, and that's his philosophy. Well, it's less than a coffee at Starbucks. Okay, great, but you know, not everybody can afford an additional $8 a month just for your stupid service, which really truly doesn't do anything that you can't get for free somewhere else. You know, I don't know. But this whole concept of, hey, we know that you're paying us $8 a month, but we still want to show ads. We'll give you a quarter. Here's a quarter. Here's a quarter. Hold. Here's a quarter. Here's a quarter. Want a lick? Want a lick? Want a lick? Psych. Yeah, you're too young to understand that one, but... Oh, my. All right. So I think we beat Elon to death this week.
Yep.
Maybe. I don't know. If you can't tell, folks, you know, we did not research that very much.
No, we didn't.
Just another headline grab and
just because I couldn't find much information on it quite yet.
Yeah, so it's I don't know. I'm glad that I didn't like Twitter and that I never really got into it. You know, I tried, but it was just annoying. You know, I mean, I didn't follow that many accounts, but my phone was I was constantly getting notifications. I'm like, okay, this is annoying. I don't want that. I don't want that many notifications. You know, and then because of the way it's laid out, you just got everything. You know, it's not like you just saw what you were following. You saw what you were following and what they commented on and all this other shit. And it's like,
what they liked.
Yeah, it'd take me 3 hours to go through everything if I tried. Yeah, I tried once and I said, "Oh God, this is ridiculous." And that's when I realized that, hey, you know what? You're wasting an awful lot of time with this stupid thing. You're not getting anything out of it. So, yeah, I got rid of it. Well, I didn't get rid of it. I just left it there. I stopped logging in. But I don't know. They kept saying over and over again, "Oh, we're going to close down these inactive accounts." I'm like, okay. Accounts that have been inactive for 6 months are going to get closed. Okay. It's been, it's probably been about 12 or 13 years since I logged into Twitter, and it wasn't all that long ago. I was still getting emails.
Yeah, it's probably still there.
I was getting emails about people posting stuff. I'm like, wow, 6 months, huh?
6 months.
Must be they realize I'm not a bot because I'm not actually checking anything.
6 months.
Yeah.
Don't we have another topic to run into the ground?
Oh, yeah, we do. We do. At least one. Who knows what we'll come up with after it. Because I think this one's going to be pretty short.
Okay. What do we got?
So, it was... I can't even remember. It was one of those entertainment shows, you know, the entertainment news shows that came on.
Tonight?
I don't know. It came on before we had a chance to change the channel. You know, it started talking about this girl that she had bought a special dress for a concert. And she even paid for expedited shipping just to make sure that it was there in time for the concert. And then the house caught on fire.
Oh.
So she asked one of the firemen to go in the house and save my dress because it's special for the Taylor Swift concert.
Oh my God.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Your house is burning down and you want somebody to put their life in danger
to save a stupid dress.
Just to save a stupid dress. And what annoys me is the firefighter actually did it.
Seriously?
Yes. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You know, the concert was a couple of days after the fire happened. And there was video of her at the concert. I'm like, I understand that Taylor Swift concert tickets are expensive, but you just lost your fucking house.
You did.
Where are your priorities, people? I mean, seriously. You know, I really don't get it. It doesn't make sense why somebody would be so worried about that. But it goes back to the problem there is. So many people nowadays are so concerned about material possessions and experiences. You know, I gotta go to this. You know, you see all these things. You gotta go here before you die. No, I don't have to. And the fact that you're telling me I have to means I don't want to. You know, and everybody's just so worried about that. And that's why things like Taylor Swift concert tickets are so damn expensive. You know, when I went...
They're expensive because there's basically a monopoly in ticket services. It's Ticketmaster and nobody else.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And, you know, that's really the fault of our government because they haven't done what they needed to do. The government's job is to protect the people. It's to protect the people from monopolies. Yeah. It's to protect the people from monopolies, such as Ticketmaster.
The government approved some of these mergers.
Oh, yeah. They absolutely did. You know,
and
just like...
the problem.
Just like Disney owning everything under the sun. Just about everything dealing with kids, Disney owns. And if they don't own it, they're trying to buy it.
All they gotta do is buy Paramount and Warner, and then they own everything.
Well, they got a lot of the Warner properties when they bought Fox. That was one of the reasons they bought Fox. Yeah, and of course the government thought they were doing us a great service by preventing them from getting the Fox Sports Network with the purchase because they have ESPN. You know what? Who the hell cares? I mean, seriously. Sooner or later, they're going to buy it anyhow. Either that or one of the two of them is going to go out of business. You know, it's probably going to be ESPN because they're crap.
They're either going to shut down ESPN and buy Fox Sports, or buy Fox Sports and shut it down.
Well, they won't be, unless they shut down ESPN, they will not be able to buy Fox Sports. Because that's already been denied. That's why Fox Sports is separate right now.
So they're going to shut down ESPN, buy Fox Sports, then shut down Fox Sports so they can buy NBC Sports.
Yeah.
Then they're going to shut that down so they can buy CBS.
Well, the problem is NBC is owned by Comcast. Comcast has a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Well, they're way less popular than Disney, so...
Yeah.
It's amazing how they have so much money.
Well, they have so much money because they're a cable company. Speaking of monopolies. Yeah, I mean, seriously, it's... Cable companies have monopolies.
Comcast, anything else?
Yeah, the only reason they get away with saying that they're not monopolies and they get to do what they want is because of satellite. And, of course, now you've got cellular, which, as we spoke about recently, cellular service, it's got cable companies scared. You know,
yes, they should be.
As soon as it comes out this way, I'm switching because right now I'm paying over $100 a month, and half the time we aren't getting the speeds that we're paying for. We're getting we're getting the same speeds as people who are on the basic plan, paying $50 a month.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it is. You know, and that's why I keep saying as soon as T-Mobile's coverage comes out far enough so that I can get their internet service, I'm switching because it's only $30 a month.
Wow.
Yeah. And if it's not fast enough so that I can work from home and have streaming services going for television and whatnot, I'll buy a second one. I don't care. Because then I'm still paying only $60 a month instead of $105 or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and of course...
Compared to $105, $60 is a good deal.
Yeah. And, you know, the saddest part in the world is that prices are only going to go up higher and higher for cable internet services. Why? Well, because they want to get wealthy. Where, at least with
Even though that's just going to drive people away.
Well, to a point. Because cellular service does have disadvantages in that you get cut off every once in a while. You know, it's a wireless service, so there's limitations on it. However, you know, you got to figure out the compromise you want. Do you want potential drops here and there, or do you want a high price? You know, that's the problem. It's you got to figure out the compromise you want. You know, but we had spoken about it before. You know, or maybe we didn't, with regards to, you know, the Spectrum ads that are out there as far as they're advertising. Yeah, we did talk about it. They had this family that was saying, "Oh, we're night owls now because we switched to T-Mobile internet and from Spectrum," and you know, claiming, "Oh, well, we don't have our own service now. We have to share it with the neighborhood." You share it with the neighborhood even on it. Yeah, I mean, you don't have a dedicated line from your house to the internet. Sorry, you have a dedicated
That's not
line.
how it works.
Yeah, you have a dedicated line from your house to the wire outside of your house. And at that point, it's shared with the neighborhood. So, you know, it's just stupid, people. Come on. But, I don't know. I'm just... Spectrum is just... they're really stupid. They can't get their bill right. They send me a bill, and it's supposed to be a fixed rate, right? I mean, for, you know, at least a year, it's supposed to be the same rate. So they send me a bill, so I set my automatic payment up so that it pays the bill, and then all of a sudden they call and say, "Oh, we're going to disconnect you if you don't call us and pay your bill." I'm like, "What the hell you been? I've been paying my bill." I look at it, and yeah, somehow, somewhere, the price went up by $20 a month. I'm like, you got to be kidding me!
Stupid.
Yeah, so they waited like 3 months to decide to call, you know, to tell me, "Oh yeah, we're going to cut you off if you don't pay us."
Yeah, why the hell didn't they tell you?
Oh, they probably did. You know, it's in one of those emails that nobody looks at. What they really truly want, they don't want me to set up an automatic payment from my bank to them. What they really want is they want it so that I put my account information in their system and they just automatically withdraw. And, you know, for something like a loan, I don't mind doing that. Because the loan rate's going to stay the same, period. You know, you sign the contract for the loan, and you have a fixed rate for that loan. But for something like, you know, Spectrum with the internet service, no, I don't like that idea. Because their rates could go up, as I'm talking about, at any time. They have no there's no regulatory body over the top of them controlling their rates. If they decide they want to jack the rate up by $300 a month, they jack the rate up by $300 a month. If they tell you about it ahead of time, it's because they're being nice. You know?
Nice.
And that's really what it comes down to is, you know, they don't have to. They have to tell you. But how soon they tell you before the rate actually increases is up to them. You know, it might say someplace that it's 30-day notice. But guess what? It doesn't have to be a 30-day notice. And you know why? Because more than likely, someplace along the way, you clicked on a little pop-up box that had a new end-user license agreement in there, where it said, well, instead of 30 days, we're gonna change that to 15. And you didn't have a choice but to say okay. More than likely, you didn't read it. You just clicked okay to get it out of your face.
Because nobody reads stuff like that anymore.
No, nobody reads anything like that. But beyond that, in the original term, when you signed up for their service, originally it said that they can change the terms of service at any time without notice. So even if they did send you that pop-up that said, hey, we're changing from 30-day to 15, they didn't even have to do that. Because they said in the beginning, hey, we can change it anytime we want without notification. So it's like, the consumer's screwed. And because these companies have the governments all wrapped around their little fingers,
nothing's going to change.
Yeah, nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to get better for the consumer. Unless somebody gets into politics that just can't stand the crap anymore, and they find some other source of money for their campaigns. The problem is, you're not going to find enough to fight somebody who's decided, okay, well, I'm going to deal with the cable companies because they're giving me cable for free just so that I allow them to keep doing whatever the hell they want.
Yep.
It's ridiculous, to be honest with you folks.
It is.
And someday something will happen.
Hopefully.
Who knows? Maybe the wireless expansion will happen fast and start covering these rural areas. I mean, before we moved here, we were in an area that, when we talked to Spectrum about, well, at that time it was Time Warner, but when we talked to them about getting cable internet there, they laughed at us. Oh, that'll cost you $100,000 just for us to do that. What? Wait,
wow.
Why is it going to cost me that? Well, because we have to go down this route. I'm like, yeah, but you've got all these houses along the way that you'd be collecting money from. Oh, it doesn't matter. You're the one asking for it. Okay, see ya. So we went with dial-up internet for a while.
Yep.
And, that was the best we could do. And the only reason we went with it was because Verizon at the time, they were the phone carrier, said, oh yeah, we're constantly expanding our DSL service. Okay. Yeah, constantly expanding means, no, we're not going to do anything. We're just doing this so they'll just stay with us. And then we're going to sell the company. We're going to sell that territory to some other company. But then when smartphones first came out, I looked into it and I said, well, hey, why not tether? Do all my internet through the phone. And that's what we did. And it was faster, even with some drops occasionally. It was 10 times faster than dial-up, and it didn't tie up my phone. So people could call the house without interrupting my internet service. And that was, what was it, 2008? Something like that, 2007, 2008. I don't remember exactly, but, that was then. And the coverage was horrible. But now we're pretty darn close. Last night when the power went out, I kept getting 5G service on my cell phone inside the house, which is, normally inside the house here, I don't get much service at all, but I was getting 5G, and I was testing it once and I actually got 20 megabits a second, which, yeah, it's not blazing fast, but
that's pretty good.
That's with a cell phone. If I were to get the T-Mobile a wireless thing there, I can't even remember what they call it now, but if I were to get that, that's fixed, which one of the problems with cell phones is they try to reduce power usage so the battery lasts longer. What's the biggest thing taking up power? Your cellular service. That's why if you're on Wi-Fi, your battery's going to last a lot longer than it does if you're not on Wi-Fi. But if you've got something like this T-Mobile device, or Verizon has one, I'm not positive if AT&T does or not, but if you have one of those, it's plugged into the wall, so they don't have to worry about conserving battery. So it can crank the power way up. So, we'll see what happens. I mean, I've been checking. But, well. At any rate, folks, so I think you've probably heard the music starting up as we've rambled on.
Good night.
We'll see ya.